Hello folks, this is Jeremy and I'm back for a quick review of this weekend's spoilers. Last Friday, a pile of commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics were spoiled and we should probably just dive right in. Goblin Smuggler adds to the already exciting additions to Goblins as standard by giving us a 2/2 for 3 mana with Haste. Haste makes the tap ability of making a creature with 2 or less power unblockable kind of exciting, and it's not just for Goblins. Think bigger. Think Thief of Sanity. Could be fantastic, not really competitive, but fun. Lavakin Brawler continues the elemental creature type trope in Core Set 2020. It's a common and it feels like it at a 2/4 for 4 mana. It could be exceptional in draft, but likely will lose out to better creatures in a constructed elemental tribal deck. But hey, booster packs need filler too. Leafkin Druid gives us more incentive to run the new green leyline. Think about tapping this creature for 3 green mana. It's pretty cool stuff. I don't exactly know what all this green mana we have the potential of producing is supposed to be used for, but maybe you can find something. Thicket Crasher at 4/3 power and toughness is an elemental rhino with trample. Gives all other elemental creatures you control trample as well. Apparently elementals are now slivers. Cool. Winged Words may end up being some excellent popper fodder. It's also looking pretty doggone good for constructed. Too bad it's sorcery speed. Even still, this card is outstanding in a Flyers Matter deck bolstered by Baby Teferi. 2 cards for 2 mana is nothing to scoff at. Frost Lynx catches a reprint in Core Set 2020, a useful utility creature. This card will see play in Limited and Sealed, but won't be the card competitive players are clamoring over in Standard. Boneclad Necromancer is a drafter's choice, 5 mana for 5 power, but only when a creature card is in a graveyard. My gut instinct tells me this card will be great at taking up space in my bulk boxes. Blood Burglar is not a bad little vampire. It's not Child of Night, but it's okay. A well-balanced common card. By the way, a quick search of vampires available in Standard, including Core Set 2020, has proved to be very exciting. There are a lot of vampires, and I fully expect that a tribal deck could compete at Tier 1.5 easily. Squad Captain could be exceptional in Limited or Draft with the right picks. 5 mana is not unreasonable in slower formats like Sealed or Limited, and this creature could actually outpower in toughness the high casting cost. I like this card. Aerial Assault is so much worse than it could be if it were actually instant speed. It's cool, it follows the flying deck, finger quotes, trope, and may actually be useful in constructed decks. We'll just have to wait and see if it fits into my new Angels decks. Cavalier of Thorns, the Green Cavalier, comes in at 5/6 for 5 mana with Reach. That's beefy, folks. It ramps you by digging 5 deep on ETB and popping a land into play, if you have one. The ability to exile it when it dies and return another card from the top of the library doesn't really excite me. I actually don't like the idea of missing my next draw, and by the time I cast this card, considering all creature ramp and green, it may not be that useful. Here we go. Shared Summons for 3 green is an instant speed creature tutor for 2 creatures. Wowie zowie. That's an amazing use for the green mana ramp we've been seeing in this core set. There is no question that this card will make it into Standard play. Green has been getting some incredible pieces it really needs, and I am excited about Shared Summons. Cheeky Thief is an amazing limited card. Attack, draw a card, and lose a life is excellent. If we can figure out a way to make it unblockable with another common, the Goblin Smuggler, at the beginning of the video, maybe, then we are well underway with our draft deck. Cheeky indeed. Murder catches a reprint this core set. Instant speed removal in black is nothing new, but Murder is inherently weaker in today's meta game. We really need to be able to remove planeswalkers with 1-for-1 interactions in the 3-drop slot. Murder can and still does help, but other choices will win out in the competitive meta. Cloudkin Seer is actually pretty saucy in the elemental blue slot. A 2/1 flyer that draws a card upon entering the battlefield is totally acceptable. Depending upon my rare, this may be a back one pick one in a draft scenario, and if elementals actually seem viable on a go-forward basis, Cloudkin Seer could see constructed play. Tomebound Lich is a doozy. Great uncommon card, actually. It's not a Shadow Mage infiltrator, but it will do nicely for blue-black tempo decks. Like it. Like it, like it. The life gain dual lands are back. All 10 are seeing reprints in Core Set 2020. Tranquil Cove, Scoured Barrens, Dismal Backwater, Swiftwater Cliffs, Bloodfell Caves, Jungle Hollow, Rugged Highlands, Windscarred Crag, Blossoming Sands, and Thornwood Falls. Blood for Bones has the potential to be really cool in a cyclical graveyard recursion deck. Just think about Plaguecrafter or Ravenous Chupacabra with this type of recursion. Could be great stuff. I encourage you to explore its uses and help us come up with the best course of action. Moat Piranhas is awesome. High Alert just found an awesome addition at common. Safara Sky's Blade is the penultimate Flyers Matter edition. This legendary angel loosely has Convoke, but only for flying creatures. This angel is outstanding as a 7/7 flyer. It may be too good to pass up, considering it has lifelink. In a commander scenario, this angel is ridiculous. Just think about it. Noxious Grasp is a continuation of the color wheel hate cards being printed in Core Set 2020. Seems like a really kick-ass choice for handling Nissa and Teferi. I expect that we will see this card in sideboard lists across the globe if current winning trends are continuing. Kethis the Hidden Hand is a card that the historic decks need. Maybe Kethis can finally help a legendary-only list get up and off the ground, even though he still dies to a lava coil and disappears to exile. Kethis has great brood potential, and I expect that you will see a devoted list on Lansei Go very shortly. Eternal Isolation is a limited removal card in white. The best thing about the card is the artwork and flavor text. It really is awesome. Vivien Arcbow Ranger is a good planeswalker. We get some added support for Mean Green Machine and an interesting outside of the game clause that could make for some remarkably cool game sequences. I will be running this planeswalker, folks. I am addicted to green beats and expect that I can find uses for this champion of the wilds. Blood-Soaked Altar is a card that says misuse me. The heavy creative types will spend intellectual cycles trying to crack this card. Hopefully they realize that the mana costs are too restrictive for this to be truly useful, and they move on to other, more lucrative ventures. Gargos Vicious Warden is a lord for Hydras. Holy cannoli, this is cool. This is just too neat and unique to be ignored. I absolutely love it. Creature tribal decks are a superb way to play the game, and Hydras being reduced and converted mana cost by 4 colorless is totally bonkers. Hold on, folks. The Hydras are coming. Cavalier of Squall, the blue Cavalier of 5/5 for 5 mana that lets us draw 3 and return 2 cards from our hand to the top of the library in any order is a boss. And when it dies, it gets shuffled back in and we scry 2. This card is exceptional and it fits right into the blue-white Flyers deck that I am brewing for later next week. And that's it for the weekend spoilers and brings us current. Heading into the final week of spoilers, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is Jeremy with Lansei Go reminding you to click that subscribe button, please. Follow us on socials, stop by lanseigo.com, and catch us for a stream on Twitch in the near future. Bye-bye.